Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple with another YouTube mini class for you today. First off, happy 2014. Yes, this is the first YouTube of 2014. Today is January 7th and YouTube number 89. Can you believe that? 89 YouTubes. Oh, we're almost at 100 YouTubes. That's just craziness, but yay for crazy. I have got a lot to show you today. We are very excited to have the new dies from Elizabeth Crafts Designs by Karen Burniston. In case you didn't know, Karen Burniston, who used to be with Sizzix, she did the pop-ups and the accordion die over at Ellison. Her contract was up and she found a new home with Elizabeth Crafts as a licensed designer for them. And my gosh, two amazing women, two totally creative women working together. You really couldn't ask for better than that. Els and Karen have come up with a stellar release for CHA. Now, what's CHA? We had a few questions about that. That is the Craft and Hobby Association, and Scrapbooking Made Simple is a member of the Craft and Hobby Association, and in Anaheim every year they have a big trade show and retailers from all over the world come and manufacturers from all over the world come, and we shop. We shop for everything that we're going to be bringing to you in the next 6 to 8 months. And there's scrapbooking and stamping, but there's yarn and there's home decor, and it's just a little bit of happiness is what it is. Expensive happiness, but that's okay. We get to see and shop for everything that's new, and we'll be releasing again in the next few months, all the way up to maybe 8 months out. Some of the stuff I've already ordered won't be here until August, so that's quite a ways. Anyway, that's Craft and Hobby, and we will be attending that. We'll be leaving Sunday and back on Wednesday, so the store will be closed Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and we will be back on Wednesday. If you are not a Facebook follower, this is the time you want to go to Facebook and find Scrapbooking Made Simple and like us, because we will be doing live from CHA while we're there. And if you were part of last year's live from CHA, you know we gave out goodies from every booth. We showed you new product from all the booths. It was a whole lot of fun. And don't you want to win something for free? I want you to win something for free. But you have to follow us on Facebook if you want to see the live from CHA features and then post your comment. Now, of course, we have YouTube winners from our last YouTube, and I'm very excited about that. Naomi is back, and she has put the YouTube winners on a blue form, which is the proper way of doing things. She was gone for a little while during the holidays, and I scratched the winners onto a Post-it note, which I have now lost. So Naomi's gonna have to watch the YouTube to see who won. How do you become a YouTube winner? Well, after you finished watching this YouTube, you post a comment. And the comment can be anything from, it's really, really cold here in Wisconsin, to it's really nice here in Hawaii. It can be anything. It can be hello to the SMS girls or really enjoyed the YouTube, as long as it's nice. If you could just keep them nice, we would so greatly appreciate them. I read each and every one of them, and I have to approve them before they get posted. So I'm trying a new lipstick, and hopefully you like this color. But if not, that's okay. I don't need to know. Anyway, post a comment on this YouTube saying something happy. Wishing everybody a great 2014 would work. Now let's talk about the YouTube winners who won from the last YouTube, and if you remember, that was Sizzix. It was the chair die and the embossing folder, and we used some of the new Kaisercraft background stamps, and I showed you how affordable all of the background stamps were. So I have got winners, and is it you? Are you sitting at the edge of your seat? I'm sitting at the edge of my seat. Really, I am. If you are Sherlock Hoka, congratulations, you have won. Woo! Job well done. Happy 2014. If you are Judy Little, yay, Judy! Happy 2014 to you as well. You are a winner, chicken dinner. And last but not least, because we had enough comments to give 3 prizes away, Deborah Arnold. Way to go, Deborah Arnold. You are a winner. Congratulations, my dear. Happy day. Now, how are you going to claim your prizes? You're going to email us at asksms@earthlink.net. Attention, Naomi, I'm a winner, chicken dinner. When you send her an email, let her know it's a YouTube, because we do Facebook winners as well. Let her know it's a YouTube, and please, please, please include your address. Sometimes people get so excited that they've won that they just write, "I'm a winner," and they hit send. No name, no address, nothing. And then we have to email them back, "Yay, we're so happy for you. But who are you?" So, Deborah Arnold, Judy Little, and Sherlock Hoka, congratulations. You're going to get a nice prize package that will have Sizzix and Kaisercraft and some memento in it, and I am happy for you. Now, this is going to be a really great time to win because you're going to win some of the new Elizabeth Craft Karen dies. So if you want to post on this Facebook, that's what you're going to win. You couldn't ask for a better time to be a winner chicken dinner, and I will announce them next YouTube. So I want to get started for the day. I have really got a lot to show you, so I hope you stay with me. And I'm going to tilt down and we are going to get going. Okay? Down we go. Bye. All right, there we go. How's that? I think that's pretty good. All right, so what I've got here are some of the new Elizabeth Craft dies designed by Karen Burniston. These are the accordion sets. There's a base die to each set, and then you can buy separately the edge dies, the frame edge dies, and I will explain the frame edge dies to you in just a moment. There are 3 new accordion dies. This one is a bracket style, an oval style, and the circle style. If you recall, while she was with Sizzix, they only had one accordion die, and it was a steel rule die, so it was thick. These are now wafer dies, chemically etched wafer dies. So they will go through your Sizzix Big Shot machine. They will go through your Big Kick machine, your Vagabond machine, your Sizzix Pro machine. They will go through your Cuttlebug machine. They will go through your Spellbinder machine. Almost any machine out there, I think, can take these dies without any problem. We, of course, love our Sizzix Big Shots. They're the machine of choice here at Scrapbooking Made Simple because they are really, truly the best machine on the market. But this is a wafer die, and it's called a wafer die because it is so thin. Easy to store. I'm actually storing these right now on a magnetic art bin, the Art Ben magnetic sheets. And I really love them. The Art Ben magnetic sheets it comes in an Art Ben case, and there's 3 sheets per Art Ben, and then you can buy extra sheets. But see, they just hold your dies perfectly, don't they? Look at that, easy peasy, love it. So for each set, I've got them on the storage. This one we may use in a little bit. We'll see. So, I think I'm going to start with talking about snipping, because when you get the die, this is how it comes. All these little pieces together. You need to snip those out, because what Karen and Els have done is made the most out of the die. As opposed to just leaving this empty when they produced the die, they went ahead and had the concentric dies put in, so you almost are getting like a nestability included with the base die. But you have to snip them out. You have to take them out. And the best way to do that is with a little pair of snippers. Now, my husband is out of town for a few days, and I am not allowed to go in his toolbox because apparently I don't put things where they belong when I borrow them. So out of respect for him, I did not go through his toolbox. But desperate times require desperate measures. I had to figure out, how am I going to snip these out? Hello, cuticle clippers. We girls, you know, never put something past us. We will figure it out. We can do this. So I just found my cuticle clippers and I snipped out. In fact, I snipped out the heart is what I snipped out. Took my cuticle clippers and snipped out that heart because that heart actually goes right in the center. Easy to do. They worked. So if your husband is like my husband and you don't have your own set of snippers, either go get your own set or find your cuticle clippers and just take them apart. When they are apart, they look like this. So here's my base die, and then here are all the other little dies that come with it. And these dies, again, let you nest on top of your base die, giving you very similar to a nestability look, but all in one. It's all included. That is value for your money, because even if you don't want to use the base die for something, you can absolutely use these for other things you're working on. without question, they have really given you bang for your buck. Now all these have been snipped apart and they're on my little magnetic sheet. And I think for today, we are going to start with the circle. And again, my circle has been all snipped apart, and see all the little added circles that I get to nest in, and they've given you scallops, and they've given you, I mean, it's just wonderful the assortment that you have. So I'm going to move these over to the side for right now, and I'm going to start with my circle. Put that one on there. I'm going to start with my circle. Now above it, this is one die set right here, this circle, but above it is another die set that you can purchase, and this is an add-on to the circle. These are frame edges, and I'm going to show you how to use these, and it's just brilliant how they came up with them. But let's start with the circle. So I'm going to take my base die. I'm going to move this over here for now. I've got my base die and I've got my sheet of paper. Now I'm using the Whirlwind Double Mates paper, the paper that we have in an exclusive pack. We sell the pack, I think it's 25 sheets, and you get one of every color, and it's exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple right now. So I like it because of what it offers you. It's not a core paper. You can't emboss it and then sand it and the light blue will come up. It's not that type of paper. It is actually 2 sheets of cardstock that have been laminated and fused together to make one. And I think when you see how it works with the accordion dies, you are really going to appreciate it and love it even more. I know I did. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring my Big Shot machine over because I want to cut one of these accordion dies. So I've got my Big Shot machine and I have got my multi-purpose or my magnetic platform. If you do not have a magnetic platform yet and you do any kind of wafer dies, spellbinders, memory box, diversions, dynamics, Elizabeth Crafts, framelits, thinlits, any kind of heartfelt creations, you want this magnetic platform. It holds everything in place. No more Post-it notes, no more washi tape. It just makes your life easier. It really does. But when we use our magnetic platform, we sandwich a little bit differently. This time, we're going to put what we call our cut plate, and you can see why we call it our cut plate because it's all cut in two. We're going to put that on the bottom. Normally, we put our do not cut plate on the bottom to have a nice smooth surface, but I need that paper to go against that cut plate and then the die on top of that, and you will see nothing moves. That magnetic platform holds the paper in place, which is really nice when you are really trying to be exact in where you're cutting, or you have your paper just fits the die and it can't move at all. You want this magnetic platform. Or if you've stamped something and now you want a die cut it out, it lines it up perfectly, or you have a picture that you want to be very specific about what you cut out. This magnetic platform will allow you to do that, but it is only to be used with wafer dies. You can't use it if you have a pacemaker. So pacemaker, no can do, and keep your smartphone away from it and don't put it next to your computer. With the magnetic, it's not good for the smartphone or your computer. So I have got my magnetic platform, I have got my cut plate, I've got my paper and my die. Now I'm going to put my do not cut plate, and I'm going to send it on through. You may hear some creaks and cracks, and that's okay if you do. Oh, see, like that. Don't worry. Everybody stops right there and they like, oh, what do I do now? Keep going. Keep going. A few little cracks and creaks are fine. Oh, see? No problem. I know we get calls that people are like halfway through cutting and they stop because they heard that and they don't want to continue until they know it's okay. I'm gonna pop that off. Move this over, and so I've got the frame. This is just trash, we can throw it away. I'm gonna pop my die out. And that's what I cut, and that's exactly what you want to cut. Just pop out the little extra pieces, and those are trash. I suppose you could use them for something, why not? But I'm gonna throw those away, and this is what this cuts. And you're like, okay, but what do I do with it? Well, I'm gonna show you. On the top here, there's a little tab, and that is a score line right along, and the score line is built into the die. You don't have to do it yourself. There is a score line along here, and I'm going to just fold that score line. There we go. Now, by the magic of TV, I already have another one of these cut. Woohoo! What I need to do is line up the edge that doesn't have the score line on this one to the edge that does. I want them to line up because that's going to make either my card or the beginning of my accordion album. I'm going to take a little piece of Scrapbooking tape. Take my Scrapbooking tape, and I'm going to tear me off a nice little strip of it. Now, we like Scrapbooking tape over red line. One, it's easier to use. It tears. You saw I just tore that. I didn't have to cut it. Two, it is far more cost effective. You get 77 feet of tape on every roll of Scrapbooking tape, and it doesn't matter if it is the 1/8 of an inch, I think this is 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, all the way up to 6 inches. There's tape all the way in between all of these sizes. And regardless of the width, it's always 77 feet, so it makes it very economical. It's as strong as red line, without question. You can use it for ribbons and beads. You've seen me use it for the Elizabeth Crafts glitter. I'm just going to put that Scrapbooking tape right down on my tab, but I'm not going to put it on the score line. I'm going to butt it up to the score line. Okay, now I could either tear these down a little bit, cut them down. I am just going to go ahead and pull it all off. And you're going to say, but Stacy, that's hanging over. I know, it's double stick tape. Just tape it back into itself. Let's push it right back into itself. You can do that. It's double stick. There, done. Doesn't matter if you've got a little bit extra hanging over. Just push it back into itself. Now I'm going to take my other die cut. The tab is facing out, straight edge here, and I'm going to line it up on my Scrapbooking tape. And again, I'm going to get close to that score line, but I'm not going to lay my die cut exactly on that score line. And there we go. So my card is made. All done. Now I'm going to tell you, when I did this yesterday, actually it's going to go this way. When I did this yesterday, I got so excited when I got to this point in the card that I stopped following the directions and started doing Stacy. So I decorated this card right on top here because I thought, oh, that's going to be the front of the card. You have to follow the directions. You have to follow the steps. Otherwise, you're going to decorate the wrong side of the card. The next step is to connect the tabs. See how there's a tab here? You need to connect that to the back of the other circle. They have to connect. That's what's going to make your card. So, how do I do that? Again, I'm going to take a piece of Scrapbooking tape. I'm going to put it right on my tab. And yes, it's a little bit big. That's okay. I'm just going to take my top piece off and I'm going to fold my Scrapbooking on into itself. There. Now it's perfect. That way I didn't have to trim it down because it's double stick tape. You can do that. Now I'm going to pull the second circle over onto the first and line it up. Give a good press. Good press. And you're almost there. You're almost there. Now you need to train your circles to go in the right direction. I need my circles to go up. See how I've pushed them up and closed my card? I need my circles to go up. And the nice thing is that they have provided score lines on all of these places so that your circles can go up and make your card. Now, if you remember, when I first showed this card, it had the light blue on the front, and the light blue is what I decorated. But when the card is actually done, the dark blue is on the front. Oh, don't make that mistake. Put your card together, put your tabs together, then attach your circles or your ovals or your labels, whichever you're doing, then close it up and then decorate. Now I could continue on. I could just continue on. I could cut another circle tab, and I could connect this to that, and I could create a whole little mini album doing this. But for today, I'm just going to do the card. And you can see by how having the double-sided whirlwind paper adds so much, because you've already started decorating without doing anything, as opposed to having a card that is just a solid colored cardstock. So there are the two different ones. Easy to do. And now you start to decorate. But you're going to say, Stacy, what do I do with this little flappy over here? Not a problem. It's also got the score line, so you're just going to fold it on the score line. And then you're going to cut it right off. Just like we did with this one. We just cut it right off. Took our scissors and just started to cut it off. You also have an extra little tabby on this circle, because with the accordion album, I could continue on. I could just do like washing your hair. Wash, rinse, repeat. You could just die cut more of these and keep connecting them to make that accordion album, as opposed to making a card. It's really up to you, whatever you want to do. But if you're going to just make the card, you want to snip off this little piece, because you don't want anybody to see that. It's not going to hide on the back of anything. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to kind of follow my circle and snip it off. And now I'm ready to decorate. But I love how the whirlwind double-sided paper has already started to do that for me. I think that's just awesome. I really, really, really like it. Okay, so this is the circle. And as you recall, I now have all of these little circle pieces that I can die cut with pattern paper and start decorating with. I've also got these edges right here. And each of the accordion has an edge set that you can buy separately for them that's made to fit around it. Now the beauty of the square and the circle is that it's the same regardless of the width or the height. They're all the same. So they were able to give you 3 different types of designs in this one die set, because if you want the solid, you're going to cut it 4 times and it's all mitered, and then you're going to line it up. If you want the polka dot, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to cut it 4 times and you're going to lay it and miter it with whatever paper you've chosen. So with the square and the circle, because the length and the width on the die are the same, you get a really great value. You get 3 different designs. On the oval, it's a little bit different, and let me just pull that over real quick. On the oval, it's a little bit different because the length and the width of the oval are not the same. So they've made 2 different designs to go with them. You buy them separately, but as you can see, one of the dies is longer than the other. That's because this is going to do the length of the oval, and the top one is going to do the width of the oval. So with the oval, you have 2 different designs, but you do have to buy them separately. And the squares and the circles, you buy the one set and it will do all 3 different designs. And I'm going to cut those for you because I want to show you an easy way to do it. I'm going to put this over to the side. I have got some pattern paper here. And I want to cut these out. But then how do I glue them down? What's the easiest way to glue them down? Well, let me show you. I'm going to pull my Scrapbooking tape out. Now, because these are narrow, you don't have to use a 6-inch roll. You could absolutely get the 2.5-inch roll and be able to do these without any problem. So if you don't want to invest in a 6-inch roll yet, you don't have to. 2.5-inch roll will work as well. But of course, the larger the roll, the width, the more options that you have. I am going to take and I'm going to cut me a piece of my Scrapbooking tape. This is a double stick adhesive, and when I pull it back, it's sticky right away. So when I cut it, I have to adhere it onto some kind of paper. So let's just give me a piece. So I've taken X-Acto blade and I've just scored right down and cut a piece off. I'm going to put it on the back side. So I've got double-sided paper here. The side of paper that I don't want to use is the side of paper that I'm going to use my Scrapbooking tape on. Okay. Now I'm going to die cut. So I'm going to take my die. I'm going to bring my Big Shot machine back over. I've got my magnetic platform, my cut plate, my paper, and I'm going to put my die on top of where that Scrapbooking tape is. And then my last cut plate. Well, my do not cut plate. So I've got magnetic platform, cut plate, paper with Scrapbooking tape on it, die, do not cut plate. And I'm going to send it through. Again, if it makes creaks and cracks, that's okay. Okay, so what have I just done? What have I just done? Cut this in half. I have made a sticker. Say what? I have made a sticker. Now, whether it pops out or not doesn't really matter. Well, this is all one die, so I've got to pull it all. There we go. This is now a sticker. I could cut 4 of these, and because it's got the Scrapbooking tape on the back, peel that up, and there's all that adhesive. No glue, no mess, no fuss, no muss. Bring it on over. And I'm a little off, but that's it now. Let's see if I can get it better. There we go. It's a sticker. I didn't have to glue it or anything. Isn't that easy? Use your Scrapbooking tape to make your stickers. Oh. Let's see. Let's see if we can pull this one. So it left all the little dots behind, but here it is. And all I'm gonna do is line it up because they've already mitered the edges for you. They've mitered the edges, so all you have to do is line it up, lay it down, and press. And the sticker, it's already made for you just by using your Scrapbooking tape. That's why you need at least a 2.5-inch roll to be able to do this. You really want to have something with at least a 2.5-inch width, so you have some options with some of the other dies that they've made. It won't do all the dies, but it will do quite a few of them. The 6-inch or the 5-inch is always going to be better because that gives you the most versatility, but I understand that that's also a different cost level and a different expense. So here we go, easy to do. This one's in there. I need to get my pokey tool. See if I can poke this one on out. Pull it right on out. The sticky is already on it. I would need to poke some of these little pieces out. There's that little piece out. And, oh, it's so sticky. That one, and that one is out. And that one is out. And I can't figure out what piece that is, but that's okay. We're going to go without it. We're just going to put it down. And I'm going to line it up. So if you can imagine cutting 4 of these, you would have the same pattern going all the way around. All the way around your card. Then you can decorate the center, you can decorate the inside, you can even decorate the back if you want to cover this up so people don't see it. You have tons of options because they've given you tons of options. And with this one die, you get 3 different designs for your circle frame. Let's see, the square frame has the 3 different designs too. So you get the base die, and then you can buy 3 different designs to go around it as well. This is sold as one set, but you get 3 designs in the one set because the length and the width on a square is exactly the same. You would just have to cut everything 4 times, or if you wanted this to be the top and the bottom and this to be the sides, 2 of each. I mean, you have options. That's awesome. The only one where you don't have as many options is the oval, but they've given you 2 different dies to buy to do your edges. Easy to do, and really use the Scrapbooking tape. You saw I didn't have to use any glue at all, and that just makes it easier. Oh, here's the square. It might not match, but I've got one of the square accordions already done, and here is same thing here. I've cut them out, and I can just line them up. It's already been made a sticker by using the Scrapbooking tape. Oh, I just put it there, line it up, and repeat. And let's do the scallopy one because it's cute. So I've put one down. Now I'm just going to line this one right up because they mitered the edges for you, so they've made it easy for you to line everything up. And down it goes. So you can see how you can have scallop on the top, straight on the bottom. We could do scallop, or on the side, scallop on the bottom, and straight on this side. You really have a lot of options. And then with the nesting dies to then go inside of everything to finish your decorating. Functional, usable. I mean, you can't go wrong. These are usable dies that you will go to again and again and again. And if I wanted to continue this, I could continue by just adding more and more of the panels to actually make an accordion album. You can do that without any problem. It's only paper. You just add it right in there, connect your 2 little pieces, and keep going. So I would connect this one to this one, and you just keep going to make an accordion album. Let me show you some samples real quick. Isn't that cool? Really easy. Okay, let me show you some samples real quick of the accordion. I have got the happy birthday. See, it's more of a plain front, and when we open it, we've put the frame edges on the inside. Cute. I have got the label-y one. Where I did the scallop on the top and straight on the side. And you could do straight all the way around, you could do scallop all the way around. With that extra die set, they give you 3 different options for your frame. Really cute. I've got another circle where we did polka dots all the way around. See, and these were die cut with the Scrapbooking tape on the back, so we didn't have to glue them down. It was easy to do. We just took the paper, and on the side we don't want to see, we added the Scrapbooking tape, and then we die cut them out. Peeled it off and put them down. Really cute. And last but not least, the oval. See the edging on that? It's beautiful. Really great. Love the dies, love how usable they are. You're making an investment in them, but you're making an investment in something that will be used again and again and again. It's like a classic little black dress that just never goes out of style. One really good black dress is really all you need if you got the right one, because a classic dress stays with you. Good dies stay with you years and years. The shapes never get boring. They never go out of style. And when you have something that has a function to it, that makes it even better. All right, so those are the accordion dies. Then I have pivot dies. That's a whole nother type of card that Karen has created. They're called pivot dies. And they come again in a label shape, a butterfly shape, and a heart shape. And yes, this is one set. And the same thing applies. You would need to go in there and snip out all the little layering pieces that they've given you. Look at how many layering pieces that they've given you. You're going to snip those all out. You're not going to try and snip the center. The two largest brackets need to stay together. Let's see if I can slide here, like this. The two largest butterflies need to stay together, but you can see all the other pieces that it comes with. Those all needed to be snipped out. And the heart. I'm going to show you how to use these. These are very, very, very simple. I think I'm going to use the butterfly. Put them back over here. To use these, you need to have a card base. You need to have a card base. And again, this is where the whirlwind paper comes in handy, because it adds a little more something to your card as opposed to it being just a solid color of cardstock. Now I've taken, the whirlwind comes in 8.5 by 11, and I've taken my 8.5 by 11 sheet and I have cut it in half. So I have got a 5 1/4 and a 5 1/4 piece, and then I've scored it in half to make my base card. So here is half my sheet, and then I've scored it to make my card. This will make what's called an A2 size card, which is the most popular card on the market. You're going to find envelopes for A2 cards everywhere, but if you want, a lot of your embossing folders are A2 size. If you want to use a very common card, easy to mail, no extra postage, A2 is great. And all it is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper cut in half, and then that half is scored in half to make your card base. So I am going to take my butterfly and I'm going to put it on my card. Let's bring over the Big Shot machine. This is even easier than the accordion. I have got my magnetic platform, my cut plate, my paper, and my die. Now the die has this centerpiece right here, and this is what you're going to want to line up on your score line of your card. So you're going to lay your die down and you're going to line that up with the score line on your card. Can you see how I've done that? This piece here is right in line with the score line of my card. That's what you want. Now I'm going to put it back in. I'm going to put my do not cut plate over the top, and I'm going to send it on through. And if you hear cracks and creaks, it's okay. Oh, this one was quiet. Oh, well, spoke too soon. All right, pull it out, put this back up, pull my die off, and then fold my card. Now I need my butterflies to come up, not down. I need them to come up. As I close my card, my butterflies come up. And again, you can see by having the cardstock being two different colors, it starts decorating the front of your card before you've even done anything. It's so nice. Now I could take all the other pieces that come with that die, because all of these pieces come with the butterfly die, and I could start decorating and layering. And this is, again, where having that sukwang tape becomes very handy, because I could take it, I could put it onto the back of a piece of paper. I could take my butterfly, die cut out my butterfly, and then just peel it off, the back off, and put it down onto my card. It makes your die cut an instant sticker. You can't go wrong with that. Look at how easy. Cute. These are called pivot cards, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Let's cut another one really quick. I think this time I will cut the heart. I'll put that over there. Let's move this one out and bring the heart in. And I'll grab a card base. Here, I've taken my 8.5 by 11, I've cut it in half, and I've scored it to make my card base. Pull over my Big Shot machine. I've got my platform, my magnetic platform down, my cut plate, my paper, and then I'm gonna line up my die where I want it, as long as I know that this right here in the center is lined up with my score line of my card. Put my cut plate over the top and send it on through. And what do we have? I'm gonna pull my heart up, and as I pull my heart up, my card's gonna close. And how cute is that? And now you decorate. Now you decorate and do it any way you want. But I love having the dual color. I really do. Let me see if we've got some samples. Well, I've got some that are already done. This is the label, and that's what it's gonna look like once it's cut. I have done, oh, here's one of the hearts in orange. Easy to do. Now, Els and Karen have come up with a few extra little dies to go with the whole collection. And one of the sets is an edge set right here. This is an edge set, a card edge set. And what that does is it puts the fancy edge onto your card. Puts that beautiful edge onto your card. But how do you do it? Easy. You take your card base, could be white, could be whatever card base you want. You pick the edge that you want. Say this one. I'm going to move this one out of my way. Pull it back over. Keep your sandwich exactly the same, only you're going to put this on the non-scored edge of your card. The non-scored edge of your card. Here's my scored edge. Here's my open, to open my card. If I put it over here, I'm just going to cut my card into two pieces of paper, and that's not what I want. So I've got it. Put my do not cut plate on top, and send it on through. Ooh. There it is. I've now added a beautiful edge to my card. And included in that set is a die that fits exactly into it. Is that gorgeous? That is this die right here, and it's meant to coordinate. These two are meant to coordinate. So you can just layer that in. I've got another one over here. Layer that in. Now I would have done these with sukwang tape behind them. I would have cut these with sukwang tape behind them, so I just could have peeled them right off and layered them right in. But how beautiful is that? So I've got this. So I can use just that as a card, or I can continue on and line up my heart and cut it again. And that would give you something like that with the beautiful edge. I could take my butterfly and put it in there. I could take my label and put it in there. Any of them will work, and it will give you just a beautiful edge at the end of your card. Any of your cards, even if you're just using, that's all you want it for, is to make beautiful edges on your cards. Absolutely. You get all three dies in the set. So you get all three dies in the set, and well worth it. Totally amazing. Now she's also come up with some different sets that will coordinate. This is a little tree, and some people thought these were clouds, and they can be used as clouds, but these also make all the little green on the tree. So you can cut these in green and put them all over your tree, and then cut them out of white and make clouds. And with the tree, you get, it's a all seasons tree. The die comes with little snowflakes, little flowers, and little fall leaves, so then you can decorate your tree depending on what season it is. We have got the butterfly die. This die coordinates with one of the embossing folders. The embossing folders are not here yet, and they're going to be a little bit later. But there is an embossing folder that this butterfly die coordinates with, where you can emboss and then cut out your butterflies. Really great how everything works together. So important. She has got her pop-ups, because I think that's really where Karen started, was with her pop-ups. She's got a few of the pop-ups. This is a bench, but when it's all done, oh my goodness gracious, it's beautiful. But what did I do with the bench? Oh, Stacy, I think I lost my bench. Well, I'll keep rummaging for it. But the bench die is absolutely gorgeous. When you open it up, the bench pops right up. Can't find it though. Sorry. I'll find it eventually, I'm sure, if I start putting things away. Oh, see? And that edge die, she even cut it out of shimmer sheets. Look at that. Out of shimmer sheets, that one edge that I was just showing you. They're just magnificent, and they're so easy to do. And these are called the pivot dies. And again, you get a lot for your money. You get all the coordinating dies that will go with it. Just know you have to snip them apart before you use them. Okay? So she's come up with pivot dies and accordion dies and pop-up dies and frame edges. The collection is just magnificent, and when you're using it together, the creativity that you can come up with is over the top, because everything just kind of falls in place and works together. I'm still hunting around for that one card. Oh well. Okay, I do want to go over one more thing before I leave you for the day, and that is the stitching on the accordion dies, or any of the embossing that you want to do. This heart has got an embossing feature, any of the embossing that you want to do. I want to talk to you a little bit about that because it's really important that you do it accurately. If you want the stitching detail, it's very simple to do, but to do it right, you have to not only have the magnetic platform, you also have to have a multi-purpose platform. Now you may just want to use your multi-purpose platform if you're going to want to do the embossing on the die. And I'm going to do that real quick for you. Do I have a piece big enough? Here we go. Oh, right here. I'm going to do that really quick. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this die out. And instead of using my magnetic platform, I'm going to use my multi-purpose platform. And it doesn't matter if you use the original multi-purpose platform or the extended multi-purpose platform. Either of them will work. This time I'm going to start with my do not cut plate down first. And my multi-purpose platform is completely closed. No tabs are open. Next, I'm going to put my die with the cutting side face up. And the cutting side is the side that has the ridges. Face up. Then I'm going to put my paper. Then I'm going to put my cut plate. So we have, in essence, reversed what we were doing when we were using the magnetic platform. And I'm going to set that aside for just right now. I'm going to send this through my Big Shot. And all it's going to do is cut the die. Yep, those cracks are okay. It's doing its thing. Pull that over. Okay, so I cut the die. I don't want to take the die out or the die cut out of the die yet. I want to leave it in there. I'm going to leave my do not cut plate, pick it up. I'm going to open to tab 1. Tab 1. Now to make it emboss, I need to use my squishy plate, squishy, and my knock knock. This is a silicone impression pad and this is a textured impression pad. Both sold, they're Sizzix products, they're $6 each. But I don't want you to be confused with the crease pad because they're all black. They're all black and they're all about the same size. Crease pad goes thud, thud, and it's kind of malleable. This is not what you're going to use to do any kind of embossing, whether it be the Elizabeth Crafts or Spellbinders or Memory Box. You're not going to use the crease pad. And it says premium crease pad. That's not what you want. You want the squishy. See how I can ball it up into a squishy? And you want the knock knock. There's no thud there. It's a knock knock. First thing I'm going to do is put the squishy plate right on top of my die with the paper. Then I'm going to put my knock knock plate. And let's see. The squishy plate is called this Textures Silicone Rubber. And the knock knock is the Textures Impression Pad. I call it knock knock and squishy because it makes it easier to remember. I'm going to put that back in my machine. Notice I am not putting another clear plate on top. These two black plates take the place of the clear plate and I'm going to send it through. Now how do you know if you did it right? Well, that squishy black is going to extend out. Do you see it growing? It's growing out the back of my machine. Can you see it getting longer and longer? What's happening is the rollers in the machine are compressing down that paper to fit into that embossing feature on that die. See, look at how long it's gotten. And done. Let's just grab. Oh, it's sitting right there. Look at how cute! You've got the edge on the top, and then when you open it up, I haven't glued the chair down yet, but look at that cute pop-up. And you could have the tree behind it and the clouds. I told you I would find it. That is the chair pop-up right here. It's this one right here. You would never guess that that die makes something so stinking cute. Okay, back to what we were doing. I digress. But I was so proud of myself, I found it. All right, I'm gonna take off my Knock Knock. I'm gonna take off my Squishy. And I'm gonna pull it out. And now I have got the little stitching all the way around my die. I've got the little stitching all the way around. So if you're using the magnetic platform to cut, that's fine. You then have to change to a multi-purpose platform and get out your 2 plates to emboss. And that's going to be true, again, for any kind of embossing die. If you're using your magnetic platform to cut it, that's fine, but then you're going to have to change to the multi-purpose platform to do the embossing. So it might be easier if you're planning to emboss to just start with the multi-purpose platform, but it's entirely up to you. But that is how you add the texture, and I can feel it. This isn't sandable paper, or I would sand it for you, but I can feel it and I can see the little stitches are in there. And that's really important. You can't do the embossing on the magnetic platform. It won't go through. You can try and force it through your machine and you're going to be very unhappy with that result. You have to use your multi-purpose platform to do any kind of the embossing with wafer dies. Cannot be done on the magnetic platform. So, holy smokes, we have talked about a lot today. We just got finished talking about embossing and how you need to use the Knock Knock plate and the Gush plate. I showed you, oh, do I have a mess going on? I showed you the accordion dies that she has, between the Karen and Elizabeth Crafts have come out with. We did the little circle one where we added the frames. And remember, with the circle and the square, there's only one set of frame dies, but because they all are the same dimension, you actually get 3 different designs in that die. Uber cute. We talked about the oval, how the oval has 2 separate frames because of course the length and the width are different. So you can buy one, you can buy both, you don't have to have either, but they are sold separately from the base dies. Okay, and the square with the accordion and the frame dies that go with them. So your base die comes as one and your frame dies come separately. So we talked about those. We talked about the pivot cards and how easy these are. Hardly anything to put together. You just have to have a card base. If you've got white card bases, if you've got ivory card bases, all you have to do is open it up, line your die up, and cut. And it makes your pivot card. And then you've got a ton of different dies that it comes with to help embellish. So all of the hearts come, the heart and, let's see, the little lock, the little key. You've got 1, 2, 3 nesting hearts in there. All come with the pivot heart set. Same with the butterfly and the little label. Lots of little dies that come with it to help you embellish. So it makes it a complete set. You don't have to buy anything else on top of it to go and embellish. But you do have to snip them apart, remember. We have got the edger sets, or the cards edge sets that will do all of the lovely detailing on your cards. Here, we did this one here. We'll do all that lovely detailing. And then we have got her little additional sets to help finish everything off. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. And I found the pop-up. Super cute. And it has the little edge detail on it too. All right, we did a lot. Oh, and don't forget, take your Sukwang tape, back it onto your cardstock, and make your own stickers. Easy, makes putting everything down so much faster. No glue, no fuss, no muss. All right, I'm gonna tilt on up and I'm gonna say, oh, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Scrapbooking Made Simple. Wow. I hope you were able to follow all of that. You might have to watch this once or twice to get it all. But I wanted to give you as much as I could, as much in-depth information about these wonderful products as I could. And remember, I made the mistake of trying to decorate my card before I had it put together, and it was wrong. Follow the steps and you will get it right every time. And if you don't get it right, it's okay. It's only paper. Try it again. You can do this. Karen has done an amazing job. Els has done an amazing job. They've put together a collection that is purposeful and useful and will stand the test of time. So I'm excited to have them in the store. Yes, they're on a YouTube Yummy already. They are not going to be available till sometime late January, and the embossing folders will probably be coming in after that. If you have done an I Want It All order, that's not going to hold it up. We're going to send out the dies when the dies come in and the embossing folders when the embossing folders come in. We're not going to hold the order for the embossing folders to come in because I'm not exactly sure, and I'm not exactly sure Els knows when they're coming in. But you can find them on our website right now for pre-order on sale on a YouTube Yummy. Where are you going to shop? You're going to shop at sms.com. The word shop, the word at, sms.com, all one word, and there will be a YouTube Yummy sign up there for you, and you just click it and you go and shop away and enjoy the creativity that these two women have put together. Now, if you want to win some of these dies, and there was a question, what if I ordered them and then I win them? That's okay, we'll just issue you a credit. No big deal. Woohoo! Or we can send you a die that you didn't necessarily order. No problem. We'll make it right. Yay! Or you could go ahead and give it to a good friend of yours. Me, because I have to give all these back. Anyway, you'll shop at SMS, go to the YouTube Yummies, post your comment on this YouTube if you want a chance to win. And it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple. I will see you next time. Probably live from, no, we'll have a Friday Facebook feature this week, but then it'll be live from CHA, and then the next YouTube coming up will be hot off the press, and I have their new product also from CHA, so we're really excited about that. All right, everybody, it's been long, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for staying with me, and I'll see you later. Bye.